This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Here at the TPC Scottsdale in Arizona, and Frank, when so many people tune in to watch this great event, they think immediately of the 16th hole with all of those fans jammed in. It's like Fenway Park inside the desert there, but it's much more than that little par 3, isn't it?
It certainly is more than that, Rich. The TPC Scottsdale is a great venue for a PGA Tour event. It's a blend of everything: birdie opportunities, holes that are fraught by water, bunkering that's been changed. All in all, it's a great atmosphere with nearly 500,000 people that visit this during the tournament week.
Teeing off here to start the round at TPC Scottsdale, first hole, 403-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through.
The length of the hole hasn't changed, but the addition of that one bunker down the left side that makes the player think is certainly the first new addition. Do you try and fly that bunker, or do you lay up? And it certainly changes the length of that second shot.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Poulter now, third shot. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Getting set now over the putt. Do that. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Stenson for his par. Now to the second hole, and Frank, what can you tell us about this par 4?
A new tee has been added, lengthening this hole 30-plus yards. Plus, what used to be just one bunker on the right side of the screen has changed to a little pot bunker, and the addition of 2 bunkers on the left side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, and the hole just bends softly to the left. Another very good par 4 here at TPC Scottsdale.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320. 320 yards, just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. That one is well off target.
Even par currently.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
And getting ready for the putt. He'd settle for par here. Just a couple of feet. One over for the day. A tough hole. Henrik now for bogey. Now the third hole, it's a par 5, and how does this one set up, Frank?
It's a nice yardage around that 550, 560 yard mark. So a good drive, you can certainly reach the par 5 and 2. You've got to flash it across a little bit of a desert there. This green has been completely changed in 2014, and the addition of one bunker to that right side. Used to be 2. Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. He'll need to be strong with this. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. .110 yards left for the third shot.
Should be safely on deck.
Birdie try up next. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever. Really. This is that awkward length.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Henrik lining this one up for par. This would give him the par. 2-1 over par early on in this round. Frank, what kind of shot is required here at the par 3 fourth?
A little drop shot par 3 down the hill in today's standards because it's under 200 yards. Series of 3 tee boxes, so plenty to choose from there. The entry into the green is well protected now by the 2 bunkers, one in the center and one on the right front of this green.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Locked in on the read and the speed. On the way. Just a beautiful roll there.
Oh, that's like stealing.
These putts keep the round together. Back to par for the round. Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Slightly longer this year, played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds. Really a challenge out there. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win.
It's at sneaky distance. Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Good read, good line, well played.
Hoping to drop only one shot, this for bogey. So after all that, it's a bogey. Par 4 sixth, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there. That's fine.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. "120 yards out, trying to flight this ball with the wind a factor coming from behind." Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. Even par currently.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law. It's no snack, though. Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, which way is this headed?
Well, judging by his body English, it looks like it's heading a little right. There is a bit of green out there, though.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet.
You'd like that one again.
Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Settles in over the putt. Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. And does not feel like he deserves it.
Putt drops, now at 1 over par. Henrik lining this one up for par. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is a dog leg to the left, forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green, otherwise that ball is going to run towards the front.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Good contact, good result. Frank, even at major championships, a good crowd on a single day might be 25 to 30,000. Consider this for just a moment. At the TPC Scottsdale in 2013, round number 3 on Saturday, almost 180,000 fans jammed into that ballpark.
It's hard to imagine that's twice the gate of a Super Bowl on a golf course. Now, obviously, some of it's hidden because of the size of the acreage, but golf just doesn't get that type of crowds anywhere else in the world. But it works at TPC Scottsdale. They have a crowd that keeps going back. They have the Bird's Nest, for example, that goes there. The parties that ring around there. It's an atmosphere that golf never gets anywhere else, but it really works here. The players feel it too. They breathe it. And this is 1 week of the year, just 1 week, where they do feel like superstars.
It's a mix of soft spikes and stiletto heels. There's nothing quite like the TPC Scottsdale. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Makes it and moves to 1 over for the par. One over for the day. Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. There is now 1, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too, so judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Second shot, good look at the green. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Oh, I thought he had that.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Ian to exit with a par. Just hammered that par putt, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right there, but he better wake up in a hurry, because if this one doesn't go in, then that score's going to rack up very quickly.
Just a couple of feet. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. So just a formality here. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Hello again and welcome, Rich Slaughter, alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports at one of the great venues in all of golf, TPC Scottsdale. Upwards of 500,000 fans expected throughout the week here. A lot of buzz being generated, and now plenty of fireworks as well on this back nine.
There is, Rich. This is a Super Bowl type atmosphere, and the 10th hole, what a wonderful way to start this back nine. A dogleg right that's been radically changed in 2014. Numerous bunkers added. This is a very strict dogleg right par 4, and by that, I mean you're going to have to hit it down the left to have an open shot at this green.
That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
It's a 180-yard shot, his second.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. From 135 yards out. These winds have held up all day long, definitely playing a part in the shot making we're seeing out there today. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Poulter just trying to keep his round on track. This is for par. Continues to putt beautifully. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. All right, no damage done. Stays at 1 over par with that putt. Moving on to the 11th hole, Frank, water all along the left side, 472 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, this one's weird because the tees are a little off-center. They start down the right side, which makes it into a dogleg. And you mentioned the water. It always comes into play. And there are 0 fairway bunkers. You don't need them here at 11 because really it's all about the tee shot. Find the fairway, then even though it's a long par 4, you should be able to at least attack that green safely. Miss the fairway to the right, which is the bail outside, and your problems are just starting.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Now playing the second here at the par 4.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. And setting up here in the rough.
It's at sneaky distance.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
He has this attempt for par. Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. So, 2 over par for the round. 12th hole now, looking at 192 yards, par 3.
Won't quite play that distance because that tee shot is considerably downhill. But you really have to be cognizant of the wind if it's coming off the left because it easily brings that water into play down the right should that tee shot just start moving with the wind.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
So Frank out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Long putt here. This will require a good touch.
We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played.
And from that distance, you settle for 2 putts. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants a do-over there.
Not his best effort right there. That's a bogey, and now 3 over. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Been a rocky road to this point. 4 over par on the round. To the par 5 13th here at TPC Scottsdale. Lots of danger left and right of this tight fairway, Frank.
This hole has really changed over the years. There used to be a split fairway. That no longer exists. That bunker you can see down the left side, which you can't carry, really defines the left side of this hole. Water still in play down the right, and big change here is the bunkering along the left, front, and left side of this green. So you can't just blaze away and comfortably expect to hit 13 and 2 anymore.
That's in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Poulter now, third shot. This is a good-looking shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. He'll need to be strong with this. Shouldn't be a problem here. So with that, we're trying to fight back, now at 2 over. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. So with that, 3 over par now for the round. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's been pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers.
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. Yeah, that one is going to end up in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks. Second shot.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contact. So you have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Ooh, almost fell, just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Never a doubt, looking to make a statement today. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. All right, Frank, now the fun begins. We are teed up at the par 5 15th hole. Plenty to talk about here.
Yeah, the fairway down the left side is anything other than straight. It's more like a shipwreck, the raggedness of it. And that water in play, well, if you do find one on the fairway, you can sort of always wave across to the people that are walking down the 11th hole. Find the fairway, you can reach this par 5 and 2. A little bit of an island-looking green there, bunker on the left, and also another bunker just short right. But a fairway missed here. Well, you can rack up 5, 6, 7. You've seen all sorts of scores here at 15. Off the flight path again.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Oh, look out, this could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard. Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Third shot, looking for a good one. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Poulter steady. This is for a par. Okay, that's par. 3 over for the round. Just a tap in to finish the hole. In for par. Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction, too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist-pumping, the rowdy spectators. I mean, he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course. Continues to putt beautifully. Three over for the day. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past. That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot, good look at the green. That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Chance to get it close here.
Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact.
Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back, he didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here.
Could have been a lot worse. It didn't finish up too bad.
No, just on the fringe, so he'll still have an opportunity to knock this one in. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. That will be 4 over par on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Starting to climb back at +2.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side, but it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years. There's something about a well-hit shot.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Frank not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
It's at sneaky distance.
Henrik lining this one up, and it's for birdie. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Nudge this one home, finish it up. And that is a round of 73. Frank, this is what you get when you come to TPC Scottsdale. A little bit of everything. The huge crowds. We saw an ace today. Birdies, eagles. What a round.
The changes at TPC Scottsdale have certainly stood up well. And this golf course, as we usher it into another decade, will certainly test